Thank you so much for hopping on today. So my name is Scott LeRoy. I always say I run the latest named company of all time, Scott LeRoy Marketing, and we're really here to kind of help you with all of your KW technology. So I'm going to flip this around to highlight anything and everything that is now accessible for y'all to utilize. So first thing first on here, this is the scottleroymarketing.com website, and I'm going to put this over in our chat section in case y'all want to keep this on file or anything. You're more than welcome to. And in order to sign in to the website, all you'll need to do is put inside your password of 827. So I'm currently logged in, so let me log out real quick and I'll sign back in. All right. So once we come on here, we'll just click the login button, and then we're going to put inside 827, and that's going to give us access to everything possible on it. All right. Now, once we put inside 827, you're going to notice that the agent resources section at the top of here is going to automatically display for you to utilize all these different tools immediately. Now, my favorite thing to highlight for all agents is that everything under this agent resources section is completely complimentary for y'all to utilize. All right, so the first thing you're going to see on here is our questionnaire section. And you may recall filling out a questionnaire when you first joined on board as an agent. This is one of the main things that we'll do in the very beginning to kind of get everything fully up and running for you right away. But I love highlighting our tech refresh instead. And I'll put this over in our chat section as well too. But the tech refresh on here is a great opportunity to be able to go through and basically just say, I'm not a new agent, but I've been with KW for a year, 6 months, 2 years, whatever it might be. I know I kind of went in a weird order on there. This is a great opportunity to see what all is different. If I was to get set up again today, what would be different on here? So with that being said, once you click the start option, there'll be a section on here to say I'm an existing KW agent in need of a refresh. And then once you click that next option, it's going to allow you to go through and fill out just some basic information on here right away. Now, this once again is going to help us to get everything up and running for you. But what we're going to do this time is we're just going to look for all the items that, geez, in this case, maybe, have launched recently over the past year or so. All right. So if you were onboarded, a year ago, well, some of the big items that have recently launched are Canva and Lone Wolf. So then that way we can help to get those items going for you right away too. All right, so and that's just a few items to name or to say the least. There's plenty of more options on here, but it's a great opportunity to get that full setup complete, one more time. And then also for us to do a complete audit of your account to ensure you have everything 100% ready to go. So I'd love it if everyone took advantage of that today, just to highlight that right away. All right. And then, of course, we also have live training classes that are happening every Monday through Friday, all right at 1 p.m. Eastern time. And then some additional training classes that are also happening, randomly throughout the week at 2 o'clock Eastern time. So you can always click on the live webinar link on here to access that right away. All right, right at that 1 o'clock time or the 2 o'clock time when they're live for the Monday or Thursday classes. Or if you want to see some of the upcoming training classes under the training section and training calendar, this will give you access to view all those additional pieces or all those additional training classes that'll be happening right away. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to put this link over in our chat section as well too. All right. But with that being said on here, we do have, once again, all of our live classes right at slmwebinar.com Monday through Friday. And that's right at 1 o'clock, obviously, with the exception of sometimes when there's a holiday, like on the 25th, we're going to have Memorial Day. All right. But today, for instance, we're having a class right at 1 o'clock. That's going to be over the Command website setup. Immediately following that class, we're having one just around getting prepped for Lone Wolf. So these are things that we should do now just to kind of prepare ourselves for the transition on 7/14. But then tomorrow, we're doing one on database overview. On Thursday, we have one on nurturing your design or database through the Designs platform. And then on Friday, we have one just around Lone Wolf Transact. All right, so that'll all be accessible on here just to help out. All right, and then of course, we also have these additional classes where we've partnered with a approved vendor through KW called RealGrader, and they are helping with some extra digital marketing classes. So yesterday was one all around kind of the digital business cards and audits to make sure everything's running smoothly. But then this Thursday, there's also going to be one on just the power of Google, ChatGPT, and social media. So different ways to really take advantage of all those external profiles and all those external platforms on here. All right. Now, not only do we have the Google Calendar on here that you can subscribe to, but for our primary classes that are happening every Monday through Friday right at 1 o'clock, we also happen to have the ability for you to go through and download this flyer. So if you want to download this and just have it readily available, you're definitely more than welcome to. So once again, I'll put this inside our chat section where you can see all the classes that are happening every day, Monday through Friday, but then also the dates that they're occurring on as well too. All right, so that way you can actually see when is the command overview class happening. Well, it happened yesterday on the 4th, and then it's going to happen again on the 18th. All right, so in this case, today we've got the command website set up, database overview about how to get started. So all these items will be accessible with the dates to the right-hand side. All right, now if you can't make it to those classes, that is A-okay. We do record literally anything and everything. So under our recorded training class section on here, all the classes are alphabetically organized, but chronologically organized, so you can find the most recent class right away. All right, so say for instance, you are going through and saying, oh man, I missed the command overview class that happened yesterday. Well, normally these are uploaded as quick as possible. So if I click on command overview, let me see if it is. Oh, it hasn't gotten updated quite yet. So it looks like it's about to, but this way you can at least see the one from April 20th. Normally these are uploaded that same day, if not the next day at the latest. So it should be coming up today. But this way, if you want to go through and rewatch any of these, you're definitely more than welcome to. And say you did happen to take the one that was on April 6th. Well, if you want to see one that's a little bit sooner, like on April 20th, that'll give you access to that right away. So maybe some things have changed and you want to see what's different on here. That'll help out. All right, now beyond that, we also have what we call our tech tips. So if you're looking for quicker versions of some tech updates, this is one of my favorite things to highlight. So I'm going to paste this over inside our chat section too. But if you're saying, hey, I don't need to go through and see all of these, the full length class, I don't need a 40, 50, 60-minute long course, but I do just want to see how to do X. All right, this will help out tremendously. And normally we'll create these around whether it's new items that have just recently launched, like obviously last week, how to add or remove guest users, how to find and edit your KW agent site subdomain, how to find and edit your profile, because that just updated last week. But outside of that, we'll also go through and add inside some additional ones around newer items that are launching or have just adjusted as well. All right, so that'll all be accessible on here. So if you want to just come back and say, hey, I just want to learn how to do X on here, this will help tremendously to get your life, or not get your life, just help you out immediately on here right away to make your life easier was what I was trying to say. All right, so beyond kind of going through and doing a full tech refresh, beyond the training side or the recorded side, we also have our agent support. All right, so the agent support section on here is exactly what it sounds like. It's meant to be just for you to utilize as an agent to receive technical support from our team, whether it's technical, marketing, done for you services, just support in general. All right, so at the bottom of every page is our contact info. So if you have any issues, questions, concerns on any of the KW technology, you can reach out at any time and we can help with that right away. So whether it's, I'm having an issue with my website, this isn't working correctly over my database, I'm having an issue with, my contacts, whatever it might be, or on DocuSign or Lone Wolf, we can help with that for you. All right, so please feel free if you have any issues, questions, or concerns, just let us know. We can help with this right away. All right, and then outside of that, we can then also help with all these additional items on here as well too. So these are all just free items that we can do for you to help you out even further, right? So in this case down here, if you just want to submit a support ticket, we can do that immediately. All right, this will allow us to actually go through and know exactly what you're looking for to help to get everything going for you immediately, whether it's, once again, on the troubleshooting side, just question side, it'll ask a couple extra items on here. We also have an entire section just around top rated. So if you are going through and saying, hey, I need a custom bio, I want help importing my contacts, I need help, geez, in this case, reaching out to your contacts directly to get updated contact information, we can help with all these items immediately. All right, so that's all accessible on here. And then beyond that, we also happen to have all these extra items around marketing support. All right. So if you're going through and saying, hey, I want to actually send out a monthly newsletter, this is something that we can do on your behalf. Or if you want to utilize any of our templates, if you want us to help set up a smart plan, these are all done for you right away. All right. Now, beyond that, we also happen to have items around getting started. So if you're newer to KW, maybe you, joined KW and you were a part-time agent or dual career, or maybe when you first joined KW, you were on a team and the team wasn't really utilizing the command platform. These are some great items just to say like, hey, do I have everything taken care of right away? Or am I utilizing everything possible on here? We also have an entire section just around looking to rebrand. So if you are going through and maybe you were on a team, maybe you're now on your own, maybe you're on your own and you're joining a team, maybe you're just on your own and you're rebranding yourself directly, we can help with all those items. And then one of my personal favorites is on the website support side. So if you are going through and saying, hey, I want to spruce up my site even further, this is a great opportunity for us to be able to go through and get everything started for you. And once again, if you click any of these little buttons on here, these are all just short forms that you can select that'll then ask a quick little questionnaire, quick little form on here for us to get everything going right away for you. All right, so that's all accessible just to help out. And once again, I always like to highlight, you don't have to fill this out if you don't want to. You're always more than welcome to go through and say, hey, I'm just going to contact from the information at the bottom of every page. That's no problem as well. We can work off of that immediately on here too. All right, but these are just free items that we can do for you to help out on here right away. All right. Now, with that being said, we also have outside of our support side, here we go. We also happen to have all of our marketing support. So just to give you a heads up, we can also help to create different listing marketing collateral pieces. If you did not know that you have access to Gemini, this is something that'll be available for you to use for free through your KW.com email. So we have over 200 plus curated prompts to help out. Every month, we have a newsletter that we've created that we can actually get out for you. So I'll show you what that looks like in 1 second. We can also convert that newsletter to a blog. And then, of course, we also have our social content and our templates on. So for the Chat GPT Gemini option, once again, if you have not utilized, Chat GPT or Gemini or Claude, any of the LLMs before, that is A-OK. All right, we have a quick little walkthrough on here of how to access that through your KW.com email. And then on top of that, you can also see on here, here's some quick little tips for asking questions. And then all of the different prompts we have, whether it's our top 10 prompts, whether it's ones around assisting buyers, helping sellers, pricing and market analysis. Now, obviously, these prompts are just meant to basically be, hey, here's some quick little options for you to utilize. But inevitably, if you want to go through and tweak it a little bit, please feel free at the end of the day. That's all accessible for you. All right. Now, with that being said, we also happen to have our monthly newsletter on here. So every month we create a newsletter that we can then send out on your behalf. And we can either send this out, whether you want it to go out to specific tags, whether you want it to go out to all contacts, or if you want to tweak it a little bit and send it out on your own, you're definitely more than welcome to. All right, because to get an idea of what this will look like, here is the smart plan that we have for the month of May. All right, so this one on here is where you can actually go through and see, well, here's a quick little, intro blurb. We have a section on here around late spring market insights, what you need to know. All right. We also have one around May home maintenance and value boost tips. So things for people that maybe aren't thinking about selling quite yet, but want to increase the value in their home. And then, of course, strategic home prep for summer moves. So if you are thinking about making a move, here's some things you might want to know about. And then finally, my favorite thing to highlight for everyone is if you do want to go through and make some changes, this is the one I would highly suggest for the local events to stay connected this May. This is a great opportunity for you to be able to go in and basically say, hey, let's make this more local focus to help out even further on. All right, so that way you can add inside your own local tips right away. All All right. And then, of course, this will end in that call to action down here, basically making sure that they know that you are the real estate agent of choice. So as you can see, if you're considering a move, curious about your home's value, or simply want to map out your options, I'm here to help. All right. So something just to make life a little bit easier on here. All right. So that's all accessible just for you to be able to use or for us to send out right away. And so that'll work great in conjunction with the monthly neighborhood nurture. Right. Now, we also happen to have our monthly social content on here as well, too. So just a reminder, every month we're coming out with free content for y'all to use. This will automatically have the collateral up here ready to go. So if you just want the standard collateral, you're more than welcome to use that. Or if you want to go through and say, hey, let's add inside our own branding, that's always an option on here as well. And we'll automatically include all of the copy that you can use right away. So at the end of the day, you can literally just copy and paste this, take the piece and post immediately, and it is done for you. You're ready to go. All right, so all you have to do is just figure out, do you want to post all of them or do you want to pick and choose on here? And once again, you don't have to do them all on the days that they're actually occurring on here. You can always go through and make some adjustments if you want to. All right, but this is all accessible on here just to help out if you'd like. And once again, when you click on this, it's then going to give you all the different pieces that you can utilize through Canva, where you can go through and edit this even further, or you can just download all these templates right away. All right, now speaking of templates, we also happen to have all of our additional templates on here. All right, so once again, these are all available through Canva, through the Canva Pro account or the enterprise account that you have. So if you want to view any of our additional templates, we have our classic versions, luxury, modern, black and white. And all you'd have to do on here is just click that option, and this will allow you to actually view all the templates immediately. All right, so this way you can access pretty much anything and everything on here. And if you do want to go through and make some adjustments, you're more than welcome to. Obviously, I would highly suggest that because it's not set up with everything yet. But once you go through and select this on here, here we go. All right, then you can actually say, let's edit the template. Perfect. All right. And then once again, when we view this on here, we're now able to actually see all the different pieces that we have accessible to utilize. All right, so that's all available just to help out even further. And this will also work in conjunction with your KW app, the little applet that will be accessible on here, so you can drag and drop images and information over right away. All right, now the final thing that's available on here is our Agent Concierge section. So under the Agent Concierge section, this is really meant to be for you to go through and basically say, if I have a listing or I'm helping someone that has a listing and I want to get some marketing collateral created, but I don't have time to make it, this is where we can come into play and help out. All right, so with that being said on here, you can literally go through this little form and just submit this for us to know exactly what you're looking for and which listing it's going to be for to help out immediately. All right, so once we put inside our market center number and say this is for ourselves, great. Well, now we can put inside our information on here. And then you can choose, do you want to view the most popular pieces? Do you want to view all available designs? So if I choose all available designs, I can then say, do I want to look at a social piece, a flyer, an email, a postcard, all the above? So maybe today I just want to do a social piece. And in this way, I can choose the template I'd like to use. So maybe I want to use social post number 11. And then once you give us the address, we're going to find this information for you to get everything created. Now, the main difference between what we're going to do and what like an auto posting option or auto creation option would do is we're actually going to manually create this for you to make sure that everything fits and looks correct. So in theory, you don't have to make any adjustments or edits after that. We want to make sure that everything is lined up properly and you are all good to go. All right, but then you can actually put inside what the status is. You can tell us what the email address is going to be that you want to have linked. And then, of course, any comments or state requirements that you want to highlight. And once this is submitted off to us, we can get all of that created right away. So we normally say it'll take 1 to 2 business days, but it's typically done that same day, if not the next day at the latest. And we'll send this back not only with the piece, but also with the Canva template you can use if you'd like to. And then on top of that, step-by-step directions on how you can take this piece and post it out over on social, or take this piece and convert it into a smart plan to email that out as well too. All right, so to finish up the class today, everything that is accessible on here, just to say, to help you out with this, Everything that's accessible on here is all available under the agent resources section. So once you sign in with that Market Center number, this is going to give you access to everything possible on here. And all of these items are completely free and complimentary for y'all to utilize. So once again, I would highly suggest taking advantage of that tech refresh today. It's a great way to be able to see, what all is accessible now that you could be utilizing that you may not have known about. Every Monday through Friday, we have our live classes on here for our live webinars. So please feel free to utilize that or check out when those trainings are occurring, including the additional classes that are happening usually Monday and Thursday of each month or each week at 2 o'clock. We do record everything, so it's all under our recorded training class section on here whenever they're uploaded. But then we also have our agent support of items that we can do for you, our marketing support of items we can do for you, and then coming out very soon, some additional assistants and generators on here to help you out with specific items. All right, but once again, these are all available for free for you, completely complimentary from the graciousness of the office. So thank you so much for stopping by today and taking time to hop on the class and go through everything. If y'all do have any questions, please feel free to reach out at any time. That is what we're here for, to make your life that much easier. And looking forward to seeing y'all at the next class, or maybe in 5 minutes, our next course today that's going to be over the websites. So I hope y'all have a fantastic day today and look forward to seeing you very soon.